Welcome into HSN, everybody. My name is Leslie, and I am very excited about this next product because I wholeheartedly believe in it. In fact, over 2.5 million people around the world have gotten that much-needed back relief, that stretch, that in as little as 3 to 5 minutes a day. If you don't believe me and you don't know what I'm talking about, I want you to take a listen to Horace and how this one purchase could probably change your life.
I was always an active person. I've always been physical. To have that come to a screeching halt was something I really couldn't live with. Physically, mentally, and emotionally, I was totally a grumpy old man. When I got my Teeter, that's when it all changed for me. And the more I worked my back, the more relief my back gave me. And that's when I knew that this machine really works. It's so simple and yet so effective. If it wasn't for the Teeter, I wouldn't be the person I am today. It put the smile back on my face. If I was face to face with Roger Teeter, I would cry like a baby because what he gave me was my life back. And I thank him. I thank him for that.
You can just tell me in person.
Oh, God. Thank you, sir. I didn't know you were going to be here.
I love my job, and it's because of testimonies like yours. I wrecked my back, and Inversion changed my life. This is not a gimmick. We're not just selling product. We're selling a changed lifestyle.
Yes.
So many people have written off their ability to move freely because of old age. No, it's the long-term effects of gravity combined with lifestyle, posture, and a whole lot of other things. Teeter's a way to fight back against that.
I can't thank you enough.
I think it is the most life-changing product we offer here at HSN. Did you know it is the most highly rated fitness product at HSN? It is the longest running across all categories, gonna be 21 years now. And the gentleman that brings us this inversion table, his name is Roger Teeter. In fact, he's getting that amazing stretch, that amazing relief. As we speak live on air, there you are. Do you know how many people's lives you have changed with this amazing table?
Starting with mine. You know, that's the reason I started with my wife in our business in 1981. I wrecked my back. You know, I can relate to you who have back pain because I had 5 years of it. And I'm talking about on worst days, I couldn't even get out of bed. I had to crawl hands and knees into the shower to get hot water in my back just to be able to stand up. Nothing I tried worked until I tried inversion. The relief I got was temporary, but it lasted longer and it was more effective than anything else I tried. And by doing it on a regular basis, I've been virtually pain-free for the last 39 years. And you know the best part, Leslie? I am doing today the very things that caused my back pain 40 years ago. That's water skiing and running the slalom course, which is hard work for water skiing, snow skiing, rowing, all these things. That's what retirement ought to be.
Oh, absolutely. Living your best life. And here's the thing. You only need 3 to 5 minutes a day. I mean, in the time you take to brush your teeth, you could be getting that relief. So here are a couple of things I want to say. If you have this table, this is the Teeter FitSpine X3. I want you to call us in. You're going to change so many people's lives just by sharing your testimonial. 1-866-376-8255 is a number to call if you own this. This is an abbreviated presentation, but I will tell you this. If you've been searching for an inversion table, Teeter is the only one that comes 85% assembled. It's the only one that's an FDA Class 1 medical device. So it's the only one registered with the FDA. And it's the only one that's UL certified for safety. And I don't know about you, but if you're worried about hanging or inverting or going full inversion upside down, which you don't have to do, you want your table to be UL certified for safety. Rogers is the only one. So, sir, lots of reasons this is superior in the market.
Absolutely. There's an awful lot of lookalikes in the market too, by the way, but they don't use the right steel. The UL safety certified, UL has a specification that is so tough that the only way to pass it is use special steels, high carbon, heat treated and key components. My background, by the way, is aircraft, and I've been taught how to engineer out fatigue failure And we've done that with the inversion table by using special seals. And there is fatigue. When you're rocking back and forth, that metal is worked back and forth. Take a wire coat hanger that's ordinary steel, bend it back and forth. You can break it in 1 minute. That's a fatigue failure. That doesn't happen when you use the right steels.
So let's take them on a tour of what they're gonna get today, sir. And I know it's an abbreviated presentation, so come in, get close. This could very well change your life.
But first of all, why in the world do you want to invert? And FDA, I think, has finally come on board and shown Teeter to be a Class 1 medical device and indicated for 10 common causes of back pain. I want to read these. And I want you to think, does any of these resonate with you? Well, back pain, sciatica. That is a pinched nerve. Spinal degenerative joint disease, that's the same as osteoarthritis. Spinal curvature due to tight muscles. Muscle tension. Then another list, herniated discs. Degenerative disc disease, spinal stenosis, facet syndrome, muscle spasm, you know, those are 10 different common causes of back pain, but Teeter deals with them because it deals with back pain 4 different ways. First of all, it stretches and relaxes all those tight, stressed out muscles. That can be a cause of back pain. It takes the pressure off pinched nerves. That's sciatica. Less pressure is less pain.
Right.
It helps the disc to rejuvenate, to rehydrate. And if there's a misalignment, as you invert and relax and move around, it'll realign itself.
That's amazing. So let's walk them through the table, because yours is different. Remember, it comes 85% assembled. It's the only one UL certified for safety. You're gonna feel really good, and you don't have to invert 100%. You don't have to do it in minimal degrees. You're gonna still get that relief, because that was my first question. Remember, I was afraid in the beginning.
Yeah, absolutely. You know, when I first inverted, it was inversion boots. And you had to go all the way upside down. In fact, I had somebody help me. But as an engineer, I thought, I can design a product that'll be more user-friendly, safer, and won't need to go to full inversion to get all the benefits. All right, so by the way, you said 85% assembled. This all-important part, all these small pieces, totally assembled out of the box. The bed's fully assembled. The A-frame's fully assembled. Actually, the only thing that you have to assemble is to put these upgraded handles on, 3 machine crews, 1 bolt. The bed, it does have 2 bolts related to packing. It's not really an assembly issue. Okay, a lot of people say, well, where am I gonna put this thing, you know? Actually, just keep it out and use it every time you walk by for 3 to 5 minutes.
Oh my gosh, look at that.
But there it folds up, you know,
Minimal
behind
space.
a couch in a closet, springs into action in literally 2 seconds. Adjustable from 4'8" to 6'6". And it couldn't be easier to use. And we've color-coded it, so we've got steps 1, 2, and 3. First step is set your height. So the last number you can read is your height from 4'8" to 6'6" in inches or centimeters.
Roger, what's the weight capacity on it?
300 pounds.
Okay.
And that's with a 400% safety factor.
Wow.
UL says for a 300-pound maximum user weight, the table must hold 1,200 pounds.
Oh my gosh.
That gives you an idea of some of the testing required. Okay, second, set the easy angle tether strap to whatever angle you're comfortable. Do use that, you know, and get adjusted to the up-down position.
Get to know your machine.
And you can change this. Start it at any angle. This is a good angle to just start at. Very casual. You get great benefits at that angle. I am going to leave that off for my demonstration right now. And the third thing, of course, okay, set your height, set your easy angle tether strap, and then, of course, step in and lock your ankles. This easy reach handle, that is for our clinics. It's this is our most advanced table.
Yeah, you were telling me, you were saying, Les, what's amazing about today's price, and that's only available this sale while the Teeter family is here, by the way. Jenny, your lovely wife and partner, Riley's here as well. But that price is the entry-level table price, but this has over $200 in upgrades, and then even the shipping and handling is free.
Absolutely, and a 5-year warranty.
Oh my gosh, okay.
Okay, so you step in, and there's micro adjustment. Just if you can hear click, 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 click. That's precision. These foam ankle pads, you have a hard backing for structural integrity, and you got a 1/2 inch of foam that's ergonomically shaped to your ankle. It couldn't be more comfortable. 3 years and 3 generations of tooling to get it right. Okay, you balance it with your height, and the idea is to have this pivot point at your center of mass, so that when you move, It's like a teeter-totter.
Right.
Named after me. You know, but this machine is rotating solely on the weight of one arm. And if you're concerned that's too responsive, I don't know about that. That's what these upgraded handles are for. You can walk yourself back with these handles, or you can use arm weight, and you'll find that you have such total control. Benefits start right here. Even at this shallow angle, you're getting stress relief in particular, circulation improvement, posture correction, some decompression. Now, if you've got a herniated disc, you know, or sciatica, pinched nerve, or any of these really more major problems, you're gonna need more decompression than this. And there's two ways you can get it. One is you can use the traction handles. You'd set the easy angle tether strap at an angle that you're comfortable with, and then use the traction handles to push using arm power to further decompress your body as though you were full inversion. The alternate is add a little more angle. Work up to this angle. This, you'll know you're there because you've got this hand grip, and this you can pull on that as well as push on the traction handles to further elongate the body, to encourage realignment, posture correction, you know, and this just feels so good. Getting rid of stress, full inversion, you don't need to go here. But believe it or not, 50% of regular invertees do go here because of the extra freedom.
Yeah.
You can do stretches that you can't do any other way with this new elongated, flexible body. You're 1 to 2 inches longer. You can also, and this is not for everybody, turn the Teeter into a workout station. This is the toughest crunch on the planet.
Wow.
Inverted squats, sculpt the glutes, strengthen the hamstrings.
And
you know,
Roger, can I tell everybody that you, sir, in just a couple of days are going to be 81 years young.
That's right, my birthday on September 21st.
Happy birthday, sir. 81, I mean, and your lovely wife, he gave me permission. Jenny, should I say it? Are you 75 years young? Miss Riley is on top of her game as well. You know, there are many benefits, and I was very clear in the beginning. Roger Teeter did not invent inversion. I want to talk about that because it's been very studied, right?
It's been, it was invented very clearly and well documented by Hippocrates, 400 BC. The Greeks had back pain for the same reason we do today. Too much sitting, weak muscles, and stress. That's the formula. It's our lifestyle, the lifestyle of a successful society. And Hippocrates clamped the Greeks by their ankles and hung them upside down to give temporary relief of back pain. You can see the machine he used on the internet. You'll see that we've made a lot of improvements.
Yeah, and here's the thing. Let's talk about that decompression and the decompressing spine, Roger. Let's walk us through this.
This is you inverting. Now, you do not need to go to full inversion. He is working up to the 60-degree angle. The first thing you're going to feel is all those stressed out, tense, tired muscles throughout your back letting go and relaxing. And when that happens, you're going to elongate 1 to 2 inches. That's a real number. As you lengthen look at that spine straightening out. That misalignment can be a cause of back pain. Look at every joint opening up. You got a pinched nerve. Take the pressure off. Less pressure is less pain. And also, when the joints are decompressed, the discs are encouraged to rehydrate. They're avascular. It means they do not have their own blood supply. The only way they get nutrition and food, you know, and eliminate waste is exchanging fluids to a surrounding tissue. That only happens when they're under low pressure. Now, you think going to bed, they're under low pressure? Well, they're under lower pressure.
Wow.
But because of the ligaments and muscles that encase the spine, they're still in background compression like a lot of rubber bands. With the Teeter, and you inverting to 60, 70 degrees, your discs are decompressed to at or near zero, and then the rehydration rate greatly increases. That's why 3 to 5 minutes can make such a difference.
Yeah, because you don't have to do, it's not this huge commitment of like, oh, I can't even do 15 minutes a day. I got no time, or 20 minutes a day. 3 to 5 minutes a day.
Read your emails upside down is what I do in the morning. I mean, in fact, in the morning, it's putting your head back on your shoulders. I sleep kind of curled up.
Yeah.
That straightens me out. It gives me better posture. Poor posture is unattractive. In fact, Teeter gives you 2 things you can see in the mirror. One is better posture. Poor posture is unattractive. And getting the flexibility of a younger person, you get those long strides,
Don't give away your age by how you move, by the way. A lot of people do.
You are an inspiration to so many. By the way, call us if you own this, if this table has changed your life. It's 1-866-376-8255. I'm gonna show you everything you're getting, and then I wanna show you the doctors, because we've got some testimonials available for you. You will get, of course, your FitSpine X3, which is the most advanced that you get. Remember, it's an entry-level price, but this is the most advanced. You're getting over $200 worth of upgrades and comfort features. You're also going to get your lumbar bridge accessory. Roger's gonna explain why this is important. You will get your 8 acupressure nodes. So that's gonna almost like knead into those tough little knots and those painful spots in your back that maybe need a little extra love. And you're even gonna get your Getting Started DVD with your healthy back and body routines, your instructions available as well. It is such a small little commitment, but for so many people, and I've watched my mom, she's in her 80s now, and I've watched her slowly and slowly moving less and less because the pain is unbearable. If back pain has robbed you of the quality of your life, in as little as 3 to 5 minutes a day, you can get that relief.
It's a downward spiral.
Yeah.
When you have back pain, you don't move. You're walking on eggshells. And when you don't move, your back isn't being exercised, and the muscles whose job is to stabilize your spine are becoming less weak, less able, more weak rather, unable to do the job of stabilizing the spine. So it's a vicious circle. When you get on the teeter, you will gain the ability and the confidence to be active again. You'll feel taller, you'll feel more energized, and then as you start to be active, those back muscles will get exercise and their tone will come back.
And the one thing that kept me from ever getting mine was that I was afraid that I didn't want to invert completely all the way. Roger said, Les, you do not have to invert completely. In fact, you want us to get to know our inversion table slowly.
Yeah, absolutely. There's absolutely no reason to rush. There are great benefits. You'll be amazed at the amount of decompression and benefit that you get at this shallow angle. You don't even need to go further than this if it's stress relief you're looking for.
And I love that you get the safety strap there too. So should we talk to the doctor? Should we watch the doctor's testimonials?
Yes.
Okay.
And then I want to talk about the table some more because we've done to completely redesign what makes this so unique.
Yeah.
But,
at an entry level price, and only while they're here, free shipping, and basically less than the price of a massage on FlexPay, less than $2 a day in the next couple of months. Take a listen to the good doctor.
So when you decompress, there is a lengthening of the spine. And by doing so, with a greater disc height, you've got more room for the nerves, there's less compression with the facet joints, and the spine is just much happier.
For the past 53 years, I've been a neurosurgeon with a major interest in chronic pain and dealing with many patients with back pain. Most patients tell me if they use their teeter inversion table on a regular basis, they simply feel much better. No one has to do anything to you, and I think it's a very natural way to deal with the problem.
You know, I am so humbled at some of the nationally, even world-recognized doctors that endorse teeter and use it. Dr. Long is the head of neurosurgery for 35 years at one of the largest universities in the United States. And in his private practice now, it's worldwide. He deals with a lot of royalty worldwide that come to him to deal with their back issues. And he uses the teeter personally, and he uses it in his practice.
And I want to tell you, too, what sets this one apart. There are a lot of imitations. This is the longest running item in HSN across categories. It is the most consistently reviewed, the highest reviewed fitness. And in fact, it's a customer pick time and time again. Today, it's free shipping. Today, the FlexPay is less than $2 a day. It's less than the price of a massage you get. And that's like, you know, relief goes away right away. This is something you can do in as little as 3 to 5 minutes a day. And Rogers is the only inversion table that's registered with the FDA. It's the only one that comes 85% assembled. And it's the only one UL certified for safety. I don't know about you, but if I'm gonna buy a piece of fitness equipment, I want to know that it has been tested and tested and tested, because first of all, I don't want to waste my money, and secondly, I want to make sure that I'm safe and feel secure. So let's show why this is FDA registered. Let's show that, because for most people, the reasons your back is hurting are listed right here.
That's absolutely one of those, just back pain, sciatica, spinal degenerative joint disease. By the way, that's the same as osteoarthritis. Spinal curvature due to tight muscles, muscle tension, and then herniated discs. We have one more panel. Herniated discs, degenerative, there we go.
Yeah.
Degenerative disc disease, spinal stenosis, facet syndrome, muscle spasm. You know, and Teeter deals with all of those things in four different ways, because Teeter benefits the back in 4 different ways. First of all, it stretches and relaxes all the tense back muscles. It helps the spine to naturally realign itself. It helps discs to rehydrate, to be rejuvenated, to pick up moisture, to become thicker. And if you've got a pinched nerve, it takes the pressure off. Less pressure is less pain.
Yeah, and Roger, okay, so who is this not for? Let's ask the questions, because this is FDA clear or class device indicated for those top reasons people are hurting today.
Right. Well, it's not indicated for anybody that's not under gravity, for one.
There you go.
Well, you can check recent stroke,
Yeah.
uncontrolled high blood pressure. Controlled is just fine. What is it?
Pregnancy.
What was it? Right.
Oh, pregnancy.
Pregnancy.
Yeah, okay, so
At
if you're
least in
pregnant, do not invert right now.
In the third trimester.
But recent stroke as well. So you can read up on it as well. But this is tried and true. It is as little as 3 to 5 minutes a day, sir. And honestly, I've paid more for a massage than that FlexPay.
Okay, now I want this table, it's an all-new name, an X3. It's a new colors, new name, everything, because it's all engineered. You've asked for a more comfortable table. And don't be fooled by tables that put foam on. You have to have a decompression surface. It's a highly engineered surface that lets your body slide. Your ankles are clamped, your body needs to elongate, it needs to slide, not sink into the foam and stay there. So to get the comfort that you were asking for, we had to re-engineer everything completely. I don't know if you can see that we've lifted the bed off the A-frame. It's no longer mounted directly on the steel frame. It's lifted up 2.5 inches.
Oh, there it is,
The bed is supported on 8 floating points. It's a floating bed suspension system. Look at how the table moves. You sit on it, you sink into it 1.5 inches. It moves with you, which is an extra bonus. You know, it's just a very fluid, comfortable surface. Also, traction handles that I mentioned. That's my favorite upgrade. Tether the easy angle tether strap, say at this angle, and then push on these handles with your arms, you know, adding arm power to further decompress your body as though you were in full inversion without going to full inversion. You know, this easy reach handle, that is a $100 upgrade if you bought it by yourself. Micro adjustments actually designed for our clinical use. The upgraded handles so that you can walk yourself back, kind of like training handles on a bicycle, or you can use arm weight when you're balanced perfectly.
And Roger, I know they're getting that lumbar bridge accessory.
Yes.
Why do we need this? Because it comes included today.
It's included, and it can be put in any one of these positions for height or location. But of course, it controls the curvature of the spine in partial inversion. But the most important job it does is if you mount it down low, it has to be mounted in the lower part of the settings, and then as you start to invert, it kind of grabs your butt and squares your hips. You know, just like a chiropractor will adjust your hips, make sure
that's where they kind of
first thing he does, they make sure their hips are level. This does it for you before adding traction. The Acupressure Nodes, small wing nuts on, there's 8, included. 2 of each of 4 sizes, and they can be put in any one of these slots so that if you've got you know, a knot on your back, and you just wish somebody could put their thumb there.
Yeah, and just
this is your,
get it
these
there.
are your thumbs.
For $54 today, that is all you pay today, and free shipping and handling. You can get relief in as little as 3 to 5 minutes a day. And if you're that person that lives a very stressful life, a very, you know, high pressure life, a fast-paced life, if you are slowly losing the quality of your life, the way I saw my mom lose it little by little, and it's really affecting everything you do, because that's what back pain does. You know, I want you to place your order today for less than $2 a month for the next 6 months, or sorry, a day, less than $2 a day the next 6 months. You can get that relief. You don't have to reach for the medicine cabinet over and over again. You don't. This is easy relief, a more natural way to treat that stuff.
In fact, I'm glad you mentioned that, because, you know, when you have back pain, the traditional treatment deals all with symptoms. It doesn't deal with the actual cause. Your back's still screaming.
It's putting a Band-Aid.
You just can't hear it. What good is that? Teeter deals with the problem naturally at the source, and it does it in 3 to 5 minutes. And you're not doing anything. You'll kick back, enjoy a great stretch. Gravity's doing the workout for you.
Is there a certain time of day we should do it? Like, what do you recommend?
Actually, I think it's very important to do it immediately before bed because we all lose about half an inch of height. We're going to hear from Dr. Tantz a little later that'll back that up.
And what are we looking at here, sir?
Okay. This is a study done by Gothenburg University in Sweden a number of years ago. There was a flash of light. That's the location of a surgically implanted pressure sensor. Pressure reading standing, 100%. Sitting, look at that. 50% higher load sitting in good posture. Did you look at there? There's your recipe for back pain.
Oh my gosh.
2.5 times the loads of standing. You know, that's our lifestyle. Small screens, you know, we spend so much time sitting. Here's another surprise. 25% of that pressure goes to bed with you because it's not caused by gravity. It's caused by the construction of the spine. You have hundreds and hundreds of ligaments. You have 140 muscles. There's your ligaments, there's your muscles. They stabilize the spine, but they also hold it in background compression like rubber bands. Those rubber bands are strong. To overcome those rubber bands and get the spine to decompress, to elongate, takes a lot of pressure. And that is why makes the teeter work.
So you said before bed?
Yes, because we've lost a half an inch of height. We've probably sat over a small screen.
Sure.
Our body's misaligned.
You got a desk job, right? You know that pain.
If you wear high heels a lot, you got too much curvature in your back. Carrying a briefcase and always on the same shoulder, that would make another thing. Yeah. Rounded shoulders, slouch sitting, all these things, when it's done on a regular basis, will cause your body to change shape. You'll get a new posture that you don't want. When you invert, all of those things actually correct.
Right.
Your head is back on top of your shoulders. If you got too much curvature in your lower back, inversion takes it out. If you don't have enough curvature from slouch sitting, it puts it in. It simply puts your center weight of your body right through the cervical spine, lumbar spine, hip joint, knee joint, ankle
it's
joint.
That every single vertebrae when it starts stretching down, right? You just let gravity do its job. I mean, inverted, right? And it's just instant relief, and you don't have to invert 100% all the way. I mean, just the slightest little angle, you feel the stretch right away, and in as little as 3 to 5 minutes a day.
Right, and it's the 3 to 5 minutes, you think, how can that be such a short period? Well, when you invert, remember these discs are fluid-filled shock absorbers, and they're constantly changing their fluid content. You're going to hear from Dr. Tantz that during the day, when you're upright, standing, or sitting, these discs lose moisture, they become thinner, you become shorter, the chance of pinching nerve roots becomes up because the discs control the size of the opening the nerves come through. So a thin disc can mean a pinched nerve. And so all of these things, but when you invert with a teeter, it actually decompresses this joint to at or near zero, not 25. Remember, when you go to bed, it's 25% of standing body pressure.
Right.
And yes, they will rehydrate during the night, but slowly. When you decompress and bring these discs to at or near zero, the rehydration rate is much higher. And that's what brings nutrition and height back to these discs and gives you healthy discs that aren't easily damaged when you do move wrong, so they're preventative.
You said temporary relief, but much longer. If you don't have back issues, it's still relaxing and strengthening and preventative as well. Let's take a listen to Dr. Tantz, and then we're gonna come back. We still have so much to show you, but if you want your X3 inversion, your FitSpine table, it's $54 today, free shipping, and only while the Teeter guys are here. After that, it goes right back up to that HSN of $450. Take a look at this.
The discs that sit here are like shock absorbers we have on the car. So when you get up in the morning, you may be 6'1". When you go to bed at night, you're actually about 6'1½". You lose 1/4 to 1/2 inch of height as these shock absorbers get squeezed and the water comes out of them. Then when you're asleep, they rehydrate. One of the advantages, I think, of Roger's device is that you can do this during the day too and give yourself kind of a break from the constant pressure on your back and on these shock absorbers to allow them to rehydrate by taking all the pressure off and letting them have some freedom. People that get on a standard routine and do it again and again do far better than people that go for 3 weeks of therapy and then re-injure again at a year, go for 3 weeks therapy. A daily routine, which is what Roger's recommending, I think is a very good way of getting your back in great shape so that as we stay vertical for our lives, we don't start breaking down later on.
Dr. Tons is a senior orthopedic surgeon at a Trauma One Center in San Diego, and I hope you got the two important points. One is maintenance. Maintenance, you know, we all want to keep our youth. What are you doing to keep your skin youthful? You have a regular program of maintenance, right? How about brushing your teeth, you know, or going to the gym to keep your heart youthful? Your spine is no different than any other part of your body. A regular program of proper maintenance with a teeter will help you keep youthful flexibility, youthful function, will resist injury because it is fluid and supple and he's able to take shocks. And you look better in your clothes because you're standing taller and moving more youthfully. I mean, and the other point is, again, that we do lose height daily. A thin disc means a pinched nerve. And this is so critical because the spine is kind of information central between the brain and every other part of your body. The brain communicates with every other part of your body through these nerves, and there's 2 nerves for each disc. Well, the disc control the size of the opening that the nerves come through. So a thin disc means a pinched nerve. A pinched nerve is compromised communication, you know, and sometimes if that nerve's down your leg or your arm, you can feel it. That's sciatica. Sometimes you don't feel it. It's still compromised communication. And inversion is a way to keep those discs healthy and the communication, you know, between the brain.
This is science, and here's why you don't go anywhere else but right here, right now, and you pick up the Teeter FitSpine. It's because Rogers, the Teeter X3, this is the only one that's FDA registered. It's the only one that's UL safety certified. It's the only one that comes 85% assembled. And it's the only one that you pay right here, right now, just the price of, well, less than the price of a massage. You pay $54.99, free shipping, we send it out to you. And by the way, that price you're seeing there is temporary. This table is the most advanced. It goes right back up to $450 HSN price. So I want you to think about this today, because if you are desperate for that relief, if you know that you've tried everything else, nothing has worked, this is proven, this is science, this is, I mean, the US military, you know, uses this technology. It's a big deal.
Yeah, that's, in fact, the US military did the longest evaluation of inversion in our history, 6.5 years. At Fort Benning, everybody in basic training hung 5 minutes at the end of the day. We're talking 5 classes, you know, 40 to 50 people in each class. Through 6.5 years. And the reason was the running, jumping, twisting, turning through basic training, they were getting misalignments. And that tweak, as you know, you get that tweak and you think, oh no, tomorrow morning I'll be toast. Well, the back doesn't become a problem. You don't back pain until the next morning, because as that joint is misaligned, it's the muscles in the area that splint that joint to prevent it from getting worse. Well, that takes time. But the Army found that if they hung everybody in basic training at the end of the day, 5 minutes, and mobilized, just moving around, if there was a misalignment, it would self-correct, and they greatly reduced lost work time, you know, and that study was, you can check it on the internet, US Army and inversion. That study was done a number of years ago, but the officers at Fort Bragg, I think it was, called us just a few months ago and asked us to send a team down to retrain their people. This is not been done in a closet. This is the missing link for people that want to be active and continue to be active into their 80s and 90s, hopefully.
And I gotta tell you, it's free shipping and handling today. It's 6 flex of $54 today. That's less than $2 a day for the next 6 months. That, you know, if you are living in back pain, if it has stolen the quality of your life, you owe it to yourself to give it a try today. You have 30 days. HSN has a wonderful return policy. If you don't love this thing, you send it back. But do not go anywhere else for an inversion table. It's the only one right here, right now, UL certified for safety, 85% assembled, the only one registered with the FDA. And I don't know about you, but that's where I'm placing my money. I want to show you everything you're getting today. And remember, you only have to commit to 3 to 5 minutes a day. You're gonna get your FitSpine X3, which is the latest with the most upgrades. but at an entry-level price. Okay, so Roger was saying, Leslie, this is what my most basic table goes for, but this one today is my most advanced with over $200 worth of upgrades.